Hello. Welcome back to Counter Studios Remnant Lunar Archon. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Our in-flight meal today is deep crow with a side of oranges. Let's see. Last recap was Sam. Session 120. So let's see. I roll
120? I thought we were at like 124 or
I'm
something.
sorry. Last session was 119. We are now at 120. You're getting there. I roll a d4 and see which one of you gets to give the recap. Garand!
Okay. So we rescued Izu, and we were attempting to flee, and there was a moment of concern as somehow John was not fully aware of what the situation was, and he was last man out. It could have gone very poorly if not for a timely rescue by Druid Thicket and his ever-shaping form, and rescuing once again a la bird. and then we were in escape and run mode, and then we tried to sort it out with Fire Lord Ashara, the lady who, the more Garon knows her, the less he likes her. She seems pretty dense, as if might only and ever can ever only be right, and that saddens him and also kind of sickens him and also infuriates him. But we said fine, we're peacing out, and we were getting ready to skedaddle after a nice rest in her premises. And we're, I believe, coming to the start of this game, waking up from that long rest, aside from any other surprises that Garon and company may not be aware of as yet. Maybe Micah has other plans, I don't know. Maybe Thicket will have to bird once again and save us all uno mas. But I believe that is everything of importance. We definitely saved the day. We definitely murdered some of those fools for thinking that it was okay to kidnap and hold prisoner a poor little fairy dragon whose entire being is basically jokes and playfulness and being adorable. And basically, it's the equivalent of like a child. And they had no problem with that because, well, they're a cult. And it seems like Garand and Gambit were 100% on board with forget this place. We will burn this mother down if we have to. So here we are. We're deciding what we're going to do next, and we're kind of, I guess, going to let Doug take the lead, and Doug doesn't want to go back and deal with it, so I think we're done, and we're leaving. And I think that's it.
Fair enough, seems about right. Also, I just discovered something neat. On the top left, where you can see the characters, there's now an option for switch to party tabletop list or switch to party combat list.
Well, that's cool.
And so I think you can see like the order of turns, including like
And
the
tokens.
NPCs and the tokens images instead on the.
Oh, that's lovely. That's so spice.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
That is nice. I like that.
Me gusta.
So that pretty much covers the basic. Y'all did some things. You tried to get Ashara to help you solve the problem, and she basically said, "Deal with it yourselves." How does this concern me?
Because Honey Badger don't care, apparently.
Apparently not. It is now Monday, the 20th of August, 4:17 post-schism. It's sometime after 3 a.m., depending on when the party would like to finish their long rest. You have a minimum of ending at 3 a.m. because of when you went to sleep the previous day and when you could have chosen, as far as I understand. So when would you like to end the long rest officially? I guess I wonder if y'all had gotten to know Ashara better, if Garan would have been more on board with joining the Orange Sun's efforts to take her down.
You know, it's kind of funny. Like, that In a longer timeline, a better vacuum, I think you're right. I think Iran would have been on board with that because she's like the definition of a meathead. And that's like the exact opposite of everything that he cares about, so.
Yeah, Barney, what time do you end your rest?
I think it's probably up to Thicket, because Thicket's the one that's going to be casting the spell, so whenever Thicket thinks it's wise to teleport out. But Thicket maybe muted, I don't know. Oh, there. Yeah. Hey, buddy.
I don't know.
I mean, are we going to go to the library?
I forget. I've honestly been a bit distracted trying to add in my new feat.
Oh, that's fair.
And
And I can help you that in a moment if you decide you would like the help. Also, I'm going to go ahead and post in the chat. That's the laundry list y'all came up with. Go to Vane and do Vane things. Maybe deal with Julie. Maybe go get her reward for Deep Crow. Maybe deal with the Orange Sun. And definitely going to go after Sonata Tatsui. It's your shopping list last session.
Yeah, well, and then we also asked if we could at some point go to the library so that we could make something with all the parts that we got.
Yeah.
Yeah. What time does like the shops open and stuff in Vane? Yeah.
Oh, Vale, right? No, Vale's the elf place. Darn, so many V's. Back to a Vane, Vale.
Vale is another section of basically what splits basic continent. Yeah. Vane is where Sasha is. Y'all are currently in bookkeeping.
Do the shops open?
Make an intelligence check to try to remember.
Can it not be part of my observant feat? No, I'm thinking of keen mind. Anyways, intelligence check. Wow.
That's so perfect.
Who knows, man?
Thicket is dealing with morning fog.
He really is. How about sunrise? We can go at sunrise. That seems like a reasonable hour. Instead of 4 a.m.
Also added for your Diplometallic Dragon, for your feat, the wisdom to the healing. To get the full benefit.
I'm still trying to add in trying to figure out how to make it so that it does the other thing too, but
it's a little more complicated.
Carry on. I'll figure it out.
For the coding part of it. Let me know if you need help. Enjoy figuring it out.
Thank you.
I think at this time, Micah, I would like to attach the Pearl of Power to the end of the Feather of Decim. So since it's a pearl and it's a Feather of Decim, I feel like there's a good sea nautical theme going on. So that makes the most sense of what I would attach to it for the time being, because
now embedded
it would look pretty.
The hilt of this trident is the Pearl of Power.
And so I'll have an extra attunement slot again. Are you going to give us a full rest?
Yes. Yeah, looks like I haven't done that yet. And pardon me if I missed it when we were doing the other stuff. What time did y'all want to get up?
He said dawn.
Thicket
said dawn. Yeah.
We'll call that 5 a.m. because it's summer. I don't know how accurate that is, but we're going to do it. Or I could use the power of the internet. Find out. Dawn.
What time is an August sunrise?
August. 5:52, 6 a.m. Oh, there you go. Time is 6 a.m. as you wake up from your rest in this effectively conference room that you would expect different businesses would meet in or with for the city. Okay, you want to advertise thing, Grace. Have added Fighter 9. I will make sure Indomitable is added. Cool beans. Yeah, as the party finishes up their rest, and anyone decide they want to do anything over the rest, and what are y'all doing next?
We're still at the what is it, the Iron Bastion or something?
Bastion of
Right?
Steel, I believe. Pull up
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I got the main bits right.
you got the
Yeah,
stuff.
metal, bastiony. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And we just discovered that we're wanted, or
Oh, so
rather,
y'all
we have a
don't
bounty
know
on our heads.
Y'all don't know about that.
No, we don't know.
We don't?
It was the vision that like it's okay. Remember the thing,
It was the
like
end
the
of
four
episode
things or
outro.
whatever of literature. There's the audience knows, but the characters don't. There's the character knows, but the audience don't. There's the characters and the audience knows, and then there's the one where neither knows. So this is a case where the audience knows, but the characters don't.
Yeah, it was an outro, effectively. I've added in top.
I got you. I couldn't remember if that was something that we knew or not.
You're good. It was session outro.
Gotcha.
No, he does that to give us like out of character a heart palpitation, and in character to be like derp derp. We don't know.
Correct.
Well, in that case, that would be a reasonable assumption to make, though, given that we didn't, eliminate them.
It would not be out of the realm of possibility.
Oh, I mean, again, you guys already know Garon's argument. Again, high int, low wisdom. It may not be wise to immediately go after them right again, but the intelligent thing is to go after them right again and not to worry about it because they're definitely not going to give up now. but Doug doesn't want to do it, and it seems like other people are just like, whatever.
Bell speaks up.
But yes,
I mean, so here's the thing. We either wait and they regain strength and come after us, or we do it now, or, third option, we leave and don't deal with it.
I think that was the overall consensus. Leave and don't deal with it.
Yep.
Again, Garon, that was not what Garon said, but Garon will definitely do what the team wants. He doesn't have enough of a dog in the fight to be like, we have to go now. So he made his peace. He said it's up to Doug because it's his issue. But his counsel was we should just go take them all out because this is stupid. But then he went to sleep. Did someone say Doug speaks up? And it didn't sound like Jack?
Bale speaks up.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for the healing, Thicket. I feel much better at this point, having rested.
Welcome.
But just about up to shape. Y'all did manage to find his stuff. He does have his stuff. It's good. And what did we decide we were doing next?
He's sticking with us?
I don't know. I mean, I could... Garon seems to think I should go, look for a redhead.
Yeah, man.
Wait, just any general redhead?
No.
No, a specific one.
Okay.
You met her briefly. Remember? A few weeks back. I think at this point it's like 2 weeks ago.
No.
Anyway, well,
I have a poor memory, though.
that's fine. We met her a bit, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I was traveling with Bale for a bit, and then he went to go do something, and I haven't seen him since." And the way that she talked, and the fact that she was willing to leave where she went and stay with him, when she could have really done anything, it seemed pretty obvious, mate. She was into you, so I mean, do what you like. but I think if you find someone that cares for you, it's rare and it's worth at least pursuing, if nothing else.
So, counterpoint. We're both banished from the city at the same time. It makes sense to gravitate to the nearest person as you begin to travel around. Who knows?
I suppose that's true. Only way you find out is ask her, though. Yeah, I would hate to see two good souls go lonely when they didn't have to.
Interesting idea. Where at least you all going then?
I think we're headed to Vane. Right?
That was
Is
the
that
plan.
is that where you're
Are
going
we
to teleport us
teleporting or are we
again?
walking?
No, I'm pretty sure we have to teleport out of the city. I don't think we can just walk. I'm pretty sure that the Orange Sun, maybe not immediately, but very, very soon, will come after us. So I think teleportations are our only aspect. It's whether or not we're going
We
to
could try
go.
to sneak out.
We
I
could.
mean, unless teleporting is just, that easy for
It's very easy for
us to
Thicket.
accomplish at this point.
It's very easy for Thicket.
I mean,
I thought we were either going to Vane or Dyke. So.
I can only do it once a day.
Right, so
Okay.
it's
However
wherever
you
you
wanna
want
do
to go. It's your magic.
I thought we had already decided on Vane, did we not?
I thought that's where we were going, but nobody else seems to be engaged. So
I'm fine wherever. So we're going to Vane. Let's go to Vane.
To Vane.
Any other opinions?
We need a bank.
some of you
Bank?
do show.
We have no room to carry anything else than what we're already carrying.
Some
Doesn't that
people
mean we
don't.
just need a pack animal?
No, their money is in an
Oh.
obscure amount of excessive gold and silver
We
coins.
just need a platinum exchange.
Yes. So.
Speaking of which, can I have some of the money from my father's stores?
Did we steal
What
money
you
from the
want?
castle?
I believe you did. That was what I understood.
Nothing's been passed out to me, so I don't have any money. So I was pretty sure that we had to leave all the money there because we didn't have any space because of all the bird stuff.
Oh, the money was put into the portable hole, and between the money and the bird stuff, the portable hole's about maxed out. And
okay. So
holding is
Thicket has
maxed
it.
out. Yeah,
So
we all
Thicket
ended
has
up
it.
putting all of it into the party fund. So the party fund
Okay.
currently has 1,200 platinum pieces, 15,000 gold pieces, 2,700 silver, and 6,600 copper.
Where is the party fund? How can I look at that?
So if you open the party sheet under tools in the top right, you should be able to go to party inventory, and then one of the items is party fund, and that's where that's been tracked.
Gotcha.
It has
Thank
a total
you.
weight.
243.
I'm not seeing it. I just see descriptions, and then I see a saber, earring of whisper, goblet of the Lord's Cupbearer, party fund. Oh, okay.
Yeah, party
So I
fund.
click it. Oh, okay.
I'm curious.
All right, sorry,
is that
sorry.
weight manual? Okay, it looks like it is manual. I guess I'd put some amount in there at some point.
So I feel like between the 5 of us, we each get 240 platinum, and then he gets all the gold, silver, and copper. I'm fine with that. Does anyone have a problem with that?
I don't know how much math that would divide it into.
So basically, we take all the platinum, and then he gets everything else. And then the platinum is technically less than the amount of gold that's there. Plus, you add in the silver and the copper.
Effectively, you would each get 2,400 gold. Platinum.
Platinum is like 10 gold pieces, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's 1,200 or 12,000 gold worth of platinum there.
So there's a little bit more gold than there is platinum.
Yeah, and then you throw in the silver and the copper, and he's heading over 16k. So we get 12k, he gets 16k. I feel like that's fair. We get 12k to share, he gets 16k himself. I feel like that's fair, but if anybody has a...
I mean, I guess how much did we take from the castle?
That's everything we took from the castle.
Oh, well then, I guess that's fair. So maybe we could ask for a little bit of compensation for rescuing him.
That's it. That's the compensation. We don't care. We like him. He's our friend. You weren't there, but he's our friend. We care about him. That's that's Garon's argument.
Nope, that's fine.
I mean, we could
I was
ask.
just trying to wrap my head around what exactly what we're doing there. So cool.
We could just ask him to stay forever.
Emma and Emma?
I just feel like giving him over half of it is kind of a lot.
I'm gonna be frank with you. I physically cannot carry that much.
How much do you want?
Is that what you just
We're
offered
in a
him?
portable
If
haul.
he takes the gold pieces, the silver, and the copper, that is over 500 pounds of gold.
Fair enough.
Weight, let's see. The weight is, I believe, I'm gonna pull up Garon so I can do some quick maths with what's in there. So you have 11. So you have 11 strength, and you have a carry capacity of 165, max 33.
I could drag 330. So he could drag half of that, a little bit over half. All right, so
it looks like it's strength times 15 is the base method. So he has 16. So you can carry 240 pounds.
So do we want to give him the platinum and we take everything else?
I mean, platinum is easier to carry, value-wise.
I'll certainly make use of it, but again, there's the question of how much money I need access
The
to.
society needs to invent credit.
If you want to leave the 12,000 gold, I will certainly find use for it.
What do you feel like? What do you feel like you need, Bale? I mean, and you know that if you need something, we'd help you. So, what makes sense to you, man?
If we split it evenly, it's about 468 for 6 people.
468 platinum or 468 gold? You mean platinum, yeah?
Gold. Wait, yes, platinum. Sorry.
All right. Do you want? I mean, you can just give him an even 500 platinum, and then we can just do the rest. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's his whole life, man. He got tortured. He was like raised in a terrible way. Like, I want him to have good things. He did not give it a second thought to come help us to rescue Izu. He is our friend.
I appreciate that, Garon. Man of need versus use. How much more I'll do? I expect you all will save the world at least one more time.
You could help us.
Maybe we call them when we need them, But I don't know. I want him to be able to have a life, I mean, he got kicked out of a city where he was relatively all right, only to get captured and tortured. The man's been through it.
Well, Bale,
I think
how much is the ringer worth to you?
nothing can be worth life. But as far as what I need, I expect I will need over time. I think 5,000 would be more than plenty to get by on.
All right, so we give him 500 platinum and we split the rest, yeah?
Sure.
All right, is that good for you, mate?
It's perfectly fine with me.
All right. Does anybody have any other objections?
I mean, I left there without them. Well, I took some money on the first time. Albeit I didn't even bother going into the vault at the time.
No objections from me.
Nope.
No, Gambit.
No
Hey,
objections.
All right, good. For a second there, I thought you was like Dreamyland, man. I hadn't heard from you for a minute.
Gambit interjects, no, we must keep all of the money. And make a note, he has access to 5,000 gold pieces. 500 platinum, but I appreciate it. If you ever need me, give me a call, but I don't know if the traveling adventuring is quite for me. I'd like to find somewhere I can do good consistently, get to know the people. Understand the desire for wanderlust, and I don't really have that.
Man, then my best recommendation is trying to take Roshana out of here. And
Rosanna.
Rosanna, why do I keep wanting to call her Roshana? What the heck, bro? Anyway, sorry. Take Rosanna and head over to Dyke and, be like, hey, yeah, my mates, they killed that crow for you. And maybe they reward you and you just hold it for us or whatever. Who cares? It's fine. But then you can help that town. And if it works out and you can find out about Julie, maybe you and Rosanna can handle that whole situation because she's kind of a fledgling egg. And, then, everybody wins, except for her. But, she already lost anyway. So
do you have any
Looks at the
skills
bag.
other than...
Pardon?
I was going to ask, does Bale have any skills other than being a vampire and being rich?
He's good in combat. He's polite and respectful.
I meant like skills that can make you money aside from bloodying your fists.
When I was, where is it?
Yes!
What's the name
There
of
it
the
was.
place?
I was waiting that all night long.
Sheer. Well, when I was in Sheer, one of the many things my father made sure I knew how to do was write well. So I would actually maintain minutes for legal meetings. Pay the bills.
There you go. Go to a educated town, or actually might be better in a less educated town, and become a scribe. Get some good, honest work out of you that's safe.
Honestly, no. More so, I bring up Dyke is a good point, because my father certainly did quite a bit of damage there. Raids and things over the years, whether they knew it was from him or not. I expect some of this money actually originally belonged to them. If Rosanna wants to go that way, maybe she'll come with me.
Hey, Thicket, do you think Rosanna might still be asleep? It's like 6 a.m. What do you think, man?
She seems kind of like a morning person.
Yeah, you're probably right. She probably is awake.
In the few weeks we traveled, I imagine she's probably working out in some manner.
Oh well, there was just a way. Thicket had a chance, and I didn't think of it till now. Sorry.
The dream conversation thing?
Yeah, you know it, man. Yeah, that's how we saved you, bud.
It's true. Thanks again. I guess I should see about finding her and where she might want to go next. Who knows where it'll lead us? You may want to
Do you want me?
more.
You want me to disguise you before you leave, man?
Thanks to himself.
Like, I genuinely don't mind, and I'd rather be safe than sorry because I don't know. I don't know if they got enough of a good look at you that they can describe you as well as they know us. Maybe they could.
Make a fair point. What kind of disguise do you have in mind?
What
should I do with my hair? It's
age?
Hair that goes down to his waistband.
I think I can actually talk to Rosanna even if she's awake. She would have to accept the spell. So it would be banking on her knowing that it's me sending it.
Well, honestly, age is the easiest way, and if we did like a stylized Eastern like top knot or something, like okay, yeah, long hair, but people have long hair; it's not a big deal.
Well, yeah.
I think just age is the way to go.
I mean, you and I are examples of that.
Yeah,
More
so
long white hair and pale skin are pretty defining features. If they were to describe me to anyone.
yeah, but I can age you and I can color you. I've got it handled, man. It's fine.
Does anyone have a disguise kit?
I do.
All right. Is anyone going to help Garand as he attempts to make Vale look like someone more from Mistral, which is the easternmost continent east of Vale?
All you need, I think, is either proficiency in the disguise kit or possibly performance. I don't know about that.
I have neither. Does
will
Gambit?
you allow help from someone who's not proficient?
For this, probably not. No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I was like, but Gambit might have proficiency. I just don't think he has the. He didn't have his own disguise kit.
Nope. No, that he does. Interestingly enough.
Nope.
So I don't think anyone in the party has proficiency. So you will need to make a dexterity check, probably. To see how.
I thought I had proficiency. Do I not?
Doesn't
Am I
look
wrong?
like it. Lute, violin, light armor, simple weapons.
Oh, okay, all right.
You have a kit,
Well, then
but
technically, it's a disadvantage roll if you want to be litigious about it. So I want to be fair. I don't want to cheat.
usually I go with proficiency in the kit acts as proficiency rather than using a skill. So in this case, it would be a proficientless check. Which
Fair
given,
enough.
I guess you're trying to hide his features, make him look different overall.
Yeah.
What does the party think? You think it's more of a dexterity or charisma-based deal? Disguise. I feel like
Or
makeup-
intelligence.
'cause I feel like
Intelligence to
makeup-
know how to make it look.
Because I feel like makeup specifically is dexterity, but that's not really the
It
focus.
is.
Are you trying to do more like makeup on him to make him change up his skin color, or are you
Yeah, I
really
mean,
more on the
I'm-
visual aesthetics?
I'm going
I
all
would
out.
argue sleight of hand.
You could argue sleight of
Yeah.
hand, but I think I'm gonna go with straight dex that you will not have proficiency in, since you do not have proficiency in the kit.
Okay, so just Dex. So I rolled a 4 plus half my proficiency, so I'm overall plus 6.
Yep.
And then plus my Dex is another 3, I believe. So Dex check. Here we go. Womp womp. It's average. He's passing.
Average. It's pretty good.
So Garon's eyeball is like, man, I'm sorry, it's too early. Just try not to get too close to anybody. You should be fine.
It'll take him selling it for sure, but it's something he could do. He might manage it.
Yeah, you got like a limp, or you want to like smoke or something. You want to do like add on like a prop. It's trying to...
I'll see what I can do. Or at least I can head out and keep an eye out. Try and be careful. Plus, I didn't harm anyone heavily. I don't know how much they'll care about me.
Yeah, but they were willing to kidnap a fairy dragon to get us to try to turn Doug in. I'm not going to put it past them to try to take you to do the same thing.
That's a very fair point.
So, again, I'm just saying, until you and Rosanna get out of town, I think that's the best thing.
Right.
And if you need to, head over to like a theater troupe, ask them to do a touch-up of your disguise, tell them you're trying to do character research, and that you want to work on your idea that you have, and you can pay them to do a better job, because they might have the better training, they might have more time, and they may not be completely exhausted from, almost dying and watching a friend almost die and being furious that one of your best little mates who wouldn't harm a fly unless they eat it, Yeah, so I just, I care about you, man, and I want Rosanna okay also. So
I appreciate it.
I think at the very least, she'll be happy to see you. So
At least I can have a look around. I'm in much of a rush if I need to sit in here for a while.
Yeah.
He will go to open the door to the conference room. You see, as he opens it, on a bench opposite to the door, as there are a handful of benches throughout this whole building, you see a somewhat familiar face. Let me see. He would be in human form. You would see a fairly dark skin. More dark than Gambit for sure. Probably closer to Doug with more of an olive, darker skin in complexion, with a bald head and leathers and armor on, a long curved blade on his back, as he is just sitting there kind of waiting patiently, his eyes closed to open as they open the door, and you would see in his human form Pedros, who
Our werebore buddy.
is not in his not human form looks like this.
Our werebore buddy, I knew it.
How about him?
Hey, you made it back. You made it back.
Yeah, man. Hi. Garon's like, oh crap.
I've been looking for you for a while. Where have you been? Your friend Rosanna
Here,
told me you were
there.
back to the town that you had an errand to run. I didn't realize it would take a week. Whatever it's been. I also hadn't realized it was you guys.
Yeah, you know that thing that the lady sent you to let us know about? We took care of it, so you can go home now, and everything is great. Can I roll like a persuasion or deception or something to try to be like, this needs to end now, please leave?
Roll persuasion.
Wait, what was he here to warn us about? The witch?
No. He doesn't know that she's a hag, or if he does, he doesn't understand that that's a bad thing or whatever. But he's
told
basically here
you would
because
need a guide into the mountains, which is where you ended up finding the vampire castle.
which was ultimately meant to be a trap, and
Probably. That's an
so
assumption
she
you've
was
chosen
using
to make.
him. She was using him, as far as we can tell. I mean, now he may actually be on the bad guy side, but Garan doesn't think so at this point. But you may have made your own conclusions as John.
But he was sent by a sister Julie he ran into, to go and help you find where you needed to go to. So you are rolling a persuasion check to try and tell him he can go.
Whatever makes sense to you, but yeah, that was what Garan says. Yeah, man, actually it worked out. We made it there, and everything's great. So, mission accomplished. You can go home. Oh, also, we got rid of the dark, scary crowbird, man. So, good news for everyone, yeah.
Roll persuasion.
He's trying so hard.
That's fantastic. I'm glad you were able to get everything figured out. Shame I wasn't
Yeah,
able
man.
to go and help you.
No,
Shame
you
I wasn't
helped
able to
us
go and help you.
alone, man. You should know your forthrightness, your ability to let us know the situation was very helpful. In fact, if it wasn't for you, I don't know if he would have done it. So, congratulations, man. Definitely see about getting that reward. And, maybe if you wanted, you could hang out with our friend here while he gets his friend, and the three of you head back to Dyke together.
Huh. I wasn't sure if I was going to go back today. I mean, I'd always thought of traveling, and I thought, if we got along, that you might be a good group to follow and learn from. Julie, talk about how
Gron's
strong
like,
you are.
Gron's looking to everybody like, oh crap.
I
Right
mean,
along? can
you
only
know,
get you
there's bad luck with too many people in an adventuring party. You know, it's like too many cooks in the kitchen. You all end up stepping on each other's toes, and it never ends well.
Help if I have hooves. I can do that.
That would probably hurt more. To
Okay,
be
so
fair.
like out of character, I just want to know, Micah, are you wanting an NPC because you want to roll some combat? Because I don't want to deter him if that's what you want.
I have never had any intention of having.
Okay.
NPC.
So it is an in-character RP thing. Okay,
It is an
good. I just
in-character
wanted to make
RP
sure.
thing. He is. I have not, and have decided, and I've decided long ago that I will never try to force a DM NPC into any group.
Okay, good.
If you decide
I
you want
like
an
you
NPC
enough.
to hang out with you for a bit, like John wants Bale to, if you'll push that way, if you make the right persuasion checks, he can hang out. But I'm never gonna push one. At least not a character who wants to travel with you for whatever reason.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I love you, bro. I would definitely make that happen for you if that's what you wanted.
Listen, if he comes into the party, I'd probably hand off his controls to like John or someone.
Gotcha. No, man, you're great. I'll tell you what, though. Maybe a time will come soon where we will take you up on that offer. And if you would like to do so, we would be happy to have you at that time. I think the most useful thing is maybe you spend some time, like I said, with our buddy here and his friend, if he's okay with that. And the three of you go together, because, you know, then the three of you could be like a small little group. And then maybe you'll get to do what you want. You know, our friend wants to protect and help Dyke. And that could be a way to, like, you know, earn your stripes, as it were. So, I don't know, maybe that's a good idea.
Bale taps on her shoulder. A moment, please.
Right, sorry. Garon's like, he's so sweating. Garon's like so freaking worried right now.
This guy because you don't want him to travel with you.
Look, man,
And I can have him travel with me if that's what we really need to happen. But if he's a danger to the people around him, are you gonna give him to me and Rosanna to deal with?
No, I legitimately think he's a good guy. I'm just worried that either he is possessed or manipulated by Julie using her newly found hang powers, or he doesn't know any better and he needs someone that can guide him. And I trust you and I trust Rosanna. So to me, it feels like a win-win. But if you don't want to do it, then don't. I'm just saying, he's kind of a wild card for me. We don't know enough about him. But he seems genuine. He seems like a good man. I don't know. Maybe Thicket has a better read on him than I do. Maybe Gambit has an idea. You know, I'm pretty sure.
Let me chime in.
What was that, John?
Well, I don't know.
You said something.
Maury and
Gambit.
Jason have been awfully quiet.
What do you think, Gambit? Thicket?
What was the question?
What do you think about what we should do with Teodros? Should he come with
See
me?
why they've been quiet.
Should we go with y'all? With you all?
No.
Both?
So currently, in case you guys have been distracted and doing your own other thing, Teodros was there waiting for us when we came out and we were getting ready to leave, and Bale was already changed out and everything, whatever. And Gron explained to him that everything got sorted. Thanks to him, he's a good dude. Way to go, guy. You're awesome. And he's all like, well, can I join you and learn from you? And Gron's like starting to sweat bullets. And so he's like, oh, maybe now's not the time, but, you know, you can go back to Dyke. And, you know, our buddy's thinking about going back to Dyke, and maybe you can work with him. And he has a friend, and maybe the three of you can go together. He's basically trying to be like, hey, I think that Bale and Rosanna could handle him if he is a problem, even though Gron does not think he's a problem. And so the idea is, do you want to encourage Bale to take Teodros under his wing and maybe make him another possible future ally, or do you want to like have them split ways? So that's
Teodros come with you all.
No.
So that's apparently not an option for sure. Okay, continue.
Yeah, pretty much everyone is saying we don't want Teodros here, but we're trying to be nice about it.
It's not to that degree for Garon. It's just that he's worried to what degree Teodros has whatever affection or loyalty towards Hag Julie. Garon's kind of tried to make it clear to the group that if possible, if Teodros allies himself with Bale and with Rosanna, the three of them, by him realizing that she's not really a sister and she's taking advantage of people and she's actually a hag, maybe it will make him want to fight alongside the two of them and the three of them take her out, which goes along with what Gambit wants and helps Garon get what he wants, even though he thinks that it's smarter to go do it himself. But he's trying to make it make sense.
Persuasion
Okay.
check. Or an idea? I think I was going to say something.
I did not have an idea.
You had an opinion? Alright, I'll try to take him with us. Or at least me. Yeah, Teodros, I think that'd actually be a good idea. Come on, we should head out. Alright. So is the... Yeah, I guess we're probably gonna have to tell the same thing to the others.
The others?
Yeah, the other people that want to meet you.
Like who?
So I met a handful of them outside. So they were waiting on you to come out.
Nope.
Wonderful. We're also famous as well as.
Right,
Oh, wait.
do you have any descriptions of these others?
Armored. They
Okay,
are
never
weapons
mind.
that
That doesn't
can
sound
be
like fan club.
Quick adventures
they're
for the most
orange.
It was one of
some
them
of
dressed
them
in like
are
a red
orange.
black sort of setup.
Not particularly.
Okay.
What kind of armor?
Can Gambit
depends.
sneak around and look out and see?
Some had more golden plate, and others more wizard's robes. Gambit, make a stealth check and a perception check.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Maybe it's like a hired group of adventurers who's like, we'll make our names by turning in the messengers, blop blop.
That's
They
what
did
I'm
put
thinking.
bounty on our heads.
That's what I'm
Not that you
saying,
know
like,
that.
yeah, but it'd be hilarious if that's what it is. Oh, so spice.
You managed to stay stealthy, getting all the way to the front of the building and looking outside through some of the main front doors. That some are open. There is some glass in windowing and paneling. You would be able to see outside. Not the best hidden. Some of them are. You see a roguish figure up on a roof nearby with a crossbow just set off to the side of them that you can make out. You see a handful of several others in an alleyway keeping an eye on the door. A handful, including even what looks like a couple sitting on a bench outside the building, but you can make out two short swords on each of their
Awesome.
belts.
They're like in spy mode. I love it. Mike, you're the best, bro.
As they all
Sorry,
seem to
keep going. I'm
be
sorry.
a whole bunch of combat ready and somewhat hidden for some of them, as there's even some that like are just leaning against buildings, armored, waiting. They all seem to be adventurers. You'd have to make an insight check to tell any kind of attitude. Beyond
You know what?
the,
I love this so much because like Doug's like, yep, and we should still keep going. Anyway, sorry, I love this so much.
Maybe we're not affiliated.
So we're leaving.
Why are
right?
they? Why are they out there?
Well, we don't know anything yet because Gambit
I'm
hasn't said
asking
anything.
Pedro.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is Gambit not talking through the? I mean,
He
well,
hasn't said anything yet.
Pedro
he
says
is-
that
yeah.
people are out there. So my question.
It looks like we're being hunted.
Why
Okay,
are people
okay.
out there?
Probably has to do with something with the orange sun. But it looks like they're waiting for us. I imagine there might be
Tedros, Why are there
Complications?
people out there?
I didn't ask
Or
them
like
exactly why.
they
said,
somehow put a target. He's convinced people to want to get us.
People said when I asked that they were waiting on you all.
How do they know we were here?
Probably the same way I did. Someone was walking through the streets talking about the messengers hiding out in the town center. Or in the Bastion of Steel.
How did they know that?
I mean,
I don't know.
we're pretty high profile at level 12, but
I don't know. But letting people know.
Maybe now's the
He's
perfect
gonna roll an
time.
intelligence check.
I was gonna say, well, Grant's gonna say in the hearing, maybe now's the perfect time to test Teodros and see how he feels about things. And let's just go full tilt. Maybe you could send a message or something to Rosanna and have her surprise them from a flank. And you know what? Let's just resolve this and let people know to come after us is danger. But we can't get to a tree. She doesn't have a tree here, man.
Out of character wise, I just find it unrealistic and unlikely that a whole bunch of people would see the Orange Sun's bounty for us the morning that it was posted, and also know where we are.
It's not the morning after.
Everything happened like.
Okay, but realistically,
it's like 24 hours ago. So they would have probably put it right away, and then as soon as somebody saw a bounty that huge, people would have gone crazy trying to find that. Think about that. Think about how huge that bounty is. Like, again, we don't know in character, but out of character we know. That's a huge amount of bounty. There's no way that 24 hours would not get some of like the most money hungry people out. They might be horrible and we might be able to kill them in a hit.
It sounds like they've also been perpetuating. They've been advertising it. I bet the person who's been going around telling people where we are, is a member of the Orange Sun.
I mean, we are in Vane, so Vane does have a quarter here.
We're not in Vane.
We're not yet.
Not yet. Oh. We're trying to get there. We can sneak out the back. We can find a way out of here.
I mean,
DM, how much can a large creature carry? Like in terms of how many people?
2.
2?
Yeah, comfortably before
and
you
there
start
are
issues.
Does Bale need help getting out?
I have no idea.
Teodros, man, were they looking for just the messengers or the messengers plus one? You know, like a wedding invitation or plus one, whatever.
I only heard about the messengers.
Well, there you go, Bale. You might be okay. Yeah, one option might be for Bale to go out with Teodros and see how that turns out, and then we ready to strike. You don't want
to risk Bale getting captured again, though.
No, it's not about risking him getting captured. It's like let them walk a little bit and we ready ourselves. You think there's nowhere that we can get angle? Like, you found them somehow, right? So we can get to whatever it was, a roof or a window or a tapestry. Not a tapestry. I'm thinking wrong. I'm sorry. A balcony. That's the one I meant. Yeah, anyway. Like a balcony or wherever you are that you saw them. We get there, right, while he's going out. If he makes it safely, let it go. No big deal. If they start trying to be like, hey, weren't you with him? Blah, blah, blah. Then, yeah, then we just go full tilt. And you know what? It's fine.
You don't want to go full tilt. I don't think that's the right move. I think we should just leave.
I mean, if we fight these guys, the bounty's only going to go up.
Yeah.
I can make us Pegasus. We can fly out.
I mean, maybe.
What?
I can make us some Pegasi. We could fly out.
Where are you going to get Pegasuses?
No, he can cast a spell then. He can cast a spell.
Semblance, actually.
That'd be pretty good.
Oh, it's the semblance? Oh, I thought it was this. I thought it was the spell.
It's semblance.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
If Bale,
I feel like mine is mad underpowered now. Anyway, you talk.
If Bale isn't coming with us, then it would just be 4 people that need carried because I would wild shape. But there's also Jackie and Claude.
Jackie and Claude are both small. Two small count as one medium. So,
Claude doesn't have to breathe.
Yeah, we could just shove him in something.
In the hole.
There's actually
That's true.
There is an additional person who could go in a hole.
Oh, John doesn't need to breathe.
John doesn't have to breathe.
Well,
John is an amazing swimmer.
We're not in vain
John
yet.
also
so
might need sanity.
We can't take stuff out of the portable hole because we need to get to Vane to unload.
True.
Yeah, but if we're just flying Pegasi out, then it doesn't really matter too much. But I don't really want those Pegasi being shut down and then us having a problem.
Well, they have 59 hit points, and
they'll probably be okay.
90. But the question being, do I need one Pegasus or two if I'm turning into a giant eagle?
If you turn to a giant eagle, two of us can ride you, then you technically only would need one Pegasus.
But then there's the question of Jackie.
Okay,
and Claude, though, right?
never mind. Hold on. I can fix it. Gambit. Well, we have time for a short rest, right?
I mean, we just had a long rest.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere otherwise.
Take off his volcanic veil. Calm down, Karan, just for a little bit.
You said that before he said anything.
And then he will put on his... Does he have the wings of flying? Yes, he has the wings of flying.
Still got him.
The wings of flying.
What else would they be for?
This is so Looney Tunes.
So Gambit can fly now.
For an hour.
They can fly now?
Not yet. Not yet. He's not activating it yet.
He flies now. Yeah, you'd be able to make that attunement.
Okay, I get where your argument comes from. Oh no, it's going to provoke more of a bounty. But here's the other thing. The other side of that coin is, if you lay down the law, especially in the city of might makes right, people are just going to stop trying. They're like, you know what, I'm going to die. Sure, they throw, we'll give you $1 million if you get them.
If your theory is correct that these are just the bargain basement, there's a bounty on them, let's go get him, people, then a bigger bounty will just, it'll eventually reach a point where nobody will want to touch us because the bounty's so huge, so people think that we're awesome. But it's going to take a while to get to there. And there's just going to be bigger baddies chasing us for a bit.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the problem. You have to promise, we're going to give you all this money if you do it. How are they going to verify that's true? Come on.
Verify what's true.
Verify that they're actually going to get paid that crazy amount.
Can I history check or something to see? Because I'm curious. Does the Orange Sun, is it actually have a good reputation for paying its debts?
You've been around a while. You wouldn't necessarily know this branch, but you lived in a city with a branch and in the military. Hey, go ahead and roll a history check.
Let's go, buddy. Good job.
Yes. It's less common for the Orange Sun to contract out, but when they do contract out or put up bounties, they tend to pay out, as far as you've heard.
I mean, buddy, from what I know, if we go for this, they're going to up the bounty, and they're not known for not paying bounties. So they're just going to be bigger, better bounty hunters after us.
So.
All right, man. All right. I mean, look, you either handle it or it's going to escalate in one way or another. So, again, I reiterate what I tried to say before we took our nap, before we went to Betty Boys. We need to just take them out and prove that they have no right to come after us. We will destroy all of them if they keep trying. I still think that's the right call. I get it. It's just one voice. And it's up to Doug ultimately because it's his whole situation. But anybody that's like, oh, we'll buy your children, or we'll just raise orphans, and then we'll convince them that they belong to us, and then we'll take all of their power and abilities if they ever dare to defy us. That's a cult, man.
Well,
maybe it's the way I was raised. I'm sorry. I
is
honestly
there
think
some
the
sort
only...
of
Go ahead.
Yeah, is there some sort of legal thing that like they own you for some reason, or is it just they just don't want to give up their people?
It doesn't. Either way, it doesn't matter. Look, we're in a city where all that No, we're in a city where all that matters is strength. So if we destroy them, we're the right. That's our whole problem. Sure,
but
we can leave.
The Orange Sun doesn't think that.
No, we can't hear you.
No, Jack. No, we can't hear you at all, man. I assumed you were being your normal quiet self. Oh wait, he's gone. I assumed you were being your normal quiet self. Now you can hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
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 Doug's had a change of heart, and he's just like, you know what? I guess things just have to be dealt with sooner than later. So let's just run outside.
Okay. I mean, if that's
You
Doug's
said no.
decision, then it's Doug's debt to be dealt with. So let's deal with it then. Cool.
For what it's worth, Doug, none of these people are probably Orange Sun. They're probably all hangers-on.
They are Orange Sun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just trying to suckle from, the Orange Sun, government cheese.
So do we try to sneak out of here past all the Looney Tunes and go back to Orange Sun HQ then?
I don't know how we would do that. I'm pretty sure it would be like we fight them. Let's put it this
didn't we
way.
say earlier that Ticket's able to teleport us?
I think
Only
that
through,
actually,
only through plants, man. Only through plants, man.
So we'd
I
have to
think
sneak out
from-
to get plants, and which we could do probably pretty easily.
I think from Doug's perspective now, because this is known that they're not Orange Sun, correct?
Yeah,
Mhm.
as far as Gambit,
Yeah.
as far as Gambit's saying, yes.
I think from his perspective, he's like, well, he didn't want to, interact with his so-called family, but if it's going to start having everybody that he didn't intentionally want to hurt just out of greed or bounty, I think he would much rather deal with the situation. So upon seeing this, he's like, I think we should go back and resolve it before we harm people who we shouldn't hurt.
Okay, so you want to go to the Orange Sun and skip the bounty hunters.
Correct.
Okay. We could probably just fly out of here. Or is there any trees near the Orange Sun?
Micah,
Yes.
Go ahead and save the game.
are there any trees nearby?
Save the game.
Near where you currently are.
Charging or whatever.
Yes.
Not very.
Right. And go brush your teeth.
In particular, well, you could probably, as you leave, you could find some trees on the small side, but you could find them within the city itself. There might be some element of a park, but you are in a desert, so they're even more scarce than they would be in other cities. There is not one within the building that you know of.
How far away is the nearest tree from
What?
the building?
Make a perception check to try to
Good.
find the tree.
Congratulations.
So where are we at currently?
You are
We're
at the
in
Bastion of Steel.
Yeah, the Bastion of Steel. We're in a conference room.
Yeah, because I'm going to go from Y to X.
Oh,
That's where I'm
okay.
safe. So I'm just a little bit further than that.
Yeah.
Maybe a half hour further than that. That's it. You're having fun.
Get him for a minute. I think. What? That roll. You'd definitely be able to see some that are not super. They are. You're able to spot one a couple of blocks away. Effectively.
Love you, kiddo. Sleep well, sweet dreams.
How far is a block?
Isn't that typically about 200 yards?
I don't know. I don't live
I
in a
guess it depends
city.
on the context.
Neither do I. I'm gonna call it
Never lived in a proper city.
city block.
I
A modern
live
city
in
block is 500
blocks.
feet.
Yeah, but I don't know.
So sure, call it about 1,000 feet away.
Is it around? Is it through the people?
You're looking at it through the window towards the road, so yes.
Okay. So is our plan to just okay. Our plan is to run out, correct? And then beeline for a tree. We're going to Vane, or are we going to the
Sounds like we're going back to Orange Sun. In that case, I will unequip Wings of Flying and re-equip the Volcanic Veil.
All right.
What are we going to do with the Orange Sun?
Kill them?
I am kind of scared of Lady Ashara.
Don't think we can.
If we kill them.
But that's true.
And also, there's a bunch
Isn't
of
she-
there.
Isn't she the government, though? And wouldn't she be in favor of ridding her city of a gang?
No. The way she sees it is if we're strong enough to take them out, then we were the right ones and they were wrong, period. So,
right, but if we kill them, then she thinks that's too far.
No, I don't think that's true.
No, she does.
Did she say that? I didn't hear that at all.
She asked Thicket if they killed anybody, and she was disapproving of it. If we killed anybody.
I didn't read that. Can I make a history or insight or other check, Micah, to see if that's the way they go?
And insight. Make both.
Nice.
So you remember her well.
Let me get
Let's
that
see if
here.
you understand her well.
I mean, my insight's horrible, so probably not. Average. Not
Looking
bad.
back on it, it's hard to tell. You were pretty fuming at the time. You
That's
didn't
fair.
really read her much.
Okay, but what I remembered accurately, what did she say? Tell me, so accurately, what did she say?
She asked, sorry. Do you want to?
Yeah, it should be Micah. It should be Micah saying it. Like,
I will correct if she gets anything wrong. Go ahead, Maureen.
oh, okay, all right.
So she asked if we killed anyone, and Thicket said, yes, but they attacked first, and then Micah made me roll a deception check, and I was very adamant that it was not deception because they did attack us first, but I rolled a deception anyway, and it was not a very good or bad necessarily, it was just meh. And she kind of just said, huh.
As far as what Garand, I believe you're referring to, is kind of how she described her opinion on the whole subject.
Right, well, what did she say?
She said something to the effect of, you sent your animal to spy on them, they captured. You attacked them, they attacked you, you killed someone, they're trying to kill you. That it's basically a lot of back and forth, and that she doesn't want to be involved.
Is that how Isu got captured?
Well, there goes asking for her help.
That is correct. We did send Izu to spy on them.
Right.
She seems to be in the position that you are not necessarily in the right.
Okay. But to the point is, she didn't want to be involved because, possibly, the way that Garon understands it, based on how she's acted so far, and which is what Garon is saying, like, she seems to think that all that matters is might is right. She specifically did say Well, if you're strong enough to take your friend back, then you did. And if they were strong enough to take him, then they were strong enough to take him. But you were strong enough to take him back, then you did. I just don't want to be involved. So it sounds like she's more of a position of neutrality because Mike made right. They were strong enough to take him, but we were strong enough to take him back. Therefore, based on what he understands, and again, not saying he's right, but that's the way he understands it. Again, hello. We take them out for trying to hire someone. We've proved that we're stronger, and they can't hire someone enough to take us out because they can't even take us out themselves. So they can't pay anybody enough because they're not going to exist anymore if they keep trying. Therefore, she doesn't have to be involved because we can handle it anyway.
I still don't feel great. Are we killing the adventurers? Or are we just...
Ron doesn't want to kill the adventurers if we can avoid it because they're just here for a payday. They don't understand what really is at stake. They're just like, oh, that's a lot of coin. Let's go for it. Remember when they came for us in the that one group that came, and then because they wanted to try and get Gambit, and we worked through all that, and they're like, oh yeah, we were lied to. Let's go. Maybe we could convince them that hey, these guys want to pay to get one of their, former brainwashed employees, to be removed. And they kidnapped a fairy dragon, maybe they would be the kind that would be like, oh, well, we don't want to do that then. But what if they're not? What if they're like, we don't care, we just want the money? Do we really want to try to kill them just because they want money? Garon doesn't think so. Garon is like, if we have to go through them, we will, but I'd rather not. So he was on board with the whole let's fly away on Pegasus plan. But if Doug is finally like, no, we need to face this is too much, then Garon's like, heck yeah, man, let's go. Who cares about those fellows?
But the question is, so we're trying to get to the Orange Sun.
That's what Garon wants. That's what Garon's been trying to say for days now. And in fact, he was trying to say that before we left here the first time.
My question is, what are we going to do when we get to the Orange Sun? Because I don't want to kill all of them because there's kids there.
No, don't kill the kids. Take the kids to the library. Sasha's amazing. The only reason why Sasha couldn't save Julie is because Julie was too far gone at that point. And if they are, then they are. But we can't decide all that. We can try to protect them and help them if we can. But they've been effectively part of a cult. As far as Garon sees it, as far as I see it, man. So
I think we should let Ashara take care of them.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh,
I mean, yeah. I love Sasha, but I feel kind of bad about how often we just kind of dump things on her.
Yeah, we do. And I think it's Ashara's problem.
Fine. I'm on board with that.
He's the magistrate.
But the thing is, that guy who's bound and determined to make an example out of Doug, who's bound and determined to make an example out of us, I don't think he's going to quit soon.
I think we should challenge a duel.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I like that idea.
What like sending Doug to fight him?
No, or a party on party, get the best of them and the best of us, and then we should duel it out. And then whoever wins will decide the winnings. Either they leave Doug alone and don't ask us, just leave us alone, or
they strip Doug of his talent and skill.
No, leave us alone and leave his talent and skill, and then just leave us alone.
But let's say they win.
If we win, and if they win, then we'd have to give up something.
We give up Doug? I don't want to do that. Doug, do you want to do that?
I don't want to give up Doug, but
that's what they want.
We just have to be sure that we win. But that's the least. That's how we do it without the least amount of bloodshed, right? We gotta decide if we're gonna fight them. We gotta fight. Someone's gonna win. Someone's gonna lose. Yeah, we're confident that it's gonna be us. So why don't we do it instead of going against the whole of the Orange Sun? Why don't we make it an even fair fight and decide it through that way?
Okay, you're assuming that they're going to want an even fair fight after we've killed some of theirs, after we've Doug has walked in there multiple times and been like, "No, you're not
Well, we
taking
can
my power."
try. We can try.
All right.
Hey,
I love you. I love your
Tedros is still
optimism,
here.
man.
We could send him. He's a neutral party.
Yeah, and we can use him as a neutral party to get the deal, and then we can have Ashara moderate it.
There you
know
go.
what?
She would love
Great
that.
idea. We should
You know what? I love the optimism.
write down the proposal on paper so that we don't
Yes.
have to rely on Tedros saying it
Yes.
himself.
I agree.
I love your optimism, man. Gambit, I'm very impressed. I have high hopes that your hopefulness is going to bear fruit.
Well, and if they, but Ashara is very much, even though her main thing is might is right, she still has a sense of chivalry.
Morality.
That there is some sort of a gentleman's code that needs to be,
No, Gambit, I love it. I think
too.
you're a genius, man.
So
I love
she
it.
will be able. So if the Orange Sun doesn't do it, it doesn't. Tries to. If they lose and they try to get us anyway, I'm sure she'll back us up then.
Well, we can even do it in the arena, neutral ground.
Right.
I was thinking the same thing, and maybe that's where Gambit was going. Again, Gambit, I think you're a genius. I love it. I don't know that it's going to work out the way that you hope, but I'm on board, man. I think it's brilliant.
How is it going to be any better than just marching in there? How is it going to be any worse than that? Like, what is the benefits of just marching in there and doing it?
If we can pull this off,
lead with optimism.
No, I love it. Again, brilliant. I think you're genius, man. I think first thing we need to go to Ashara, see if she's on board with our plan.
Can Puppet roll insight and see? He feels like Garand is being very backhanded, but he can't tell. Can you roll insight and see if Garand actually thinks that this is a brilliant plan, or if it doesn't?
It is between the two of you to decide. Garan, you think you should make an insight check?
I mean, 100% Durand does not believe this is going to work out, but he definitely thinks it's a genius plan, and he loves the idea of the possibility. But he is nowhere near thinking that Gambit's going to be right on this. I guess Gambit would like to hear what Garan thinks it would be better, would actually work out. Well, okay, so I guess if you're trying to understand where Garan's coming from, Garan is convinced that Ashara is 100% might means right, and she doesn't care about anything else, and everything else falls under that category. So the idea of us storming their castle, destroying them the rest of the way, finishing them off, proves that we were right all along, and therefore she will 100% back us at that point. But he loves the idea that you are hopeful for, and so...
But that's assuming that we can do that. Like, we almost TPK'd. And we just got a little bit of them, and they're going to be prepared for us this time. So we haven't even touched their boss, and there's still more of them. So I think it's gonna be. I think Garand is assuming that we'll win either way, but Gambit doesn't think so. Gambit thinks that if we go to the Orange Sun, we lose.
And that's totally fine. Garand's opinion of it is that the reason why it was so hard is because we went in such a bad way. Garand had a plan. Garand had a plan, and nobody listened to it. Everybody just did their own thing, which is fine, but that's what happened. And so Garand's opinion of the whole matter is like, if we actually went in with an honest plan, we actually tried, he has no doubts about our abilities. He has a huge doubt about like us making sense of why we do what we do. Again, Garand's experience with the group is, okay, long time ago, Thicket attacked him because he didn't want to believe what Garand was saying. When Garand and Gambit teamed up against Jack, hold on. Nick, this is Garand's moment. He's sharing stuff. When Garand and Gambit were teamed up against Doug and Thicket out of nowhere decided that they were going to do something to trip up Garand and Gambit when Garand had no idea that was coming. And so, like, as far as he's concerned, this group is incredibly chaotic, incredibly so. That's different from how he tends to approach important things like rescuing a favored friend who can't necessarily defend themselves because they're a small fey dragon. So in his mind, the group is incredibly chaotic, And it just only recently proved itself once again when he made a plan and nobody went along with it and everybody did their own thing. So Garon is like, yeah, we want to make a plan to actually do this. He's on board with that idea. He freaking loves it. But he's pretty sure that everybody's just going to go crazy and do their own thing again. So he's like, whatever. Okay, I hope you're right, Gambit. That's where he's at.
What is Maurice?
What plan are you referring to that we just completely disregarded?
I know that Garon said some things, but it was a very vague plan. I felt to Gambit's knowledge, we followed the plan exactly. Garon's plan exactly.
Well, then
we stormed in and caused chaos.
To correct Gambit's knowledge, Garon said, "Let me send a Navo in to start and burn everything up and just keep pressing on through, and then we follow up while they're all chasing a Navo to try to stop him from burning this thing up." Yeah. Because, like, why is this thing burning us? And then with everybody focused on him, we could take off all the little stragglers and we could keep killing them as we're following them in. Basically, they leave their posts. I didn't get to do that because people jumped up, people started attacking people. Like, someone said they wanted to, like, spot check or stealth or something. I forget exactly the order of events.
There was a guard, and the guard spotted us, and we were trying to take out the guard, but we kept missing. And so
we were trying to get off without the early warning for them.
To be clear, the plan, ultimately, Garon's idea was to send in a Navo, cause chaos, follow behind. And then the party, collectively, I think it was Gambit, Thicket, and John in particular, wanted to try a stealthy approach first before going in guns blazing.
Yes.
That failed due to a number of failed checks, at which point the party shifted gears into going in guns blazing. But the party did agree on a plan. It wasn't necessarily what Garon wanted to do, but the majority of the party had an idea, and then it's just that the plan didn't work.
Right, but from Garon's perspective, Garon's plan did not happen. Everybody did their own thing. That's all. From his perspective.
But we didn't do our own.
Okay,
we just did a plan that was not Garon.
I just want to say, like, I don't particularly see the benefit in, like, being, like, playing Garon in this way of, like, it wasn't what Garon planned, so we're just, like, not very good at going along with plans, because it doesn't necessarily sound like what Garon is interpreting. It sounds like Garon is just upset that we didn't do what he wanted. And I know that's probably not what you were wanting, but that's what it's sounding like with Garon.
Okay, well, again, I mean, like, people can interpret it however they want.
Making the idea is big deal.
Okay, well, again, people can interpret whatever they want, however they want. I'm saying, specifically, Jocelyn asked, does Gambit understand that Garon genuinely means that this plan is a good idea? And Garon says he's super hyped about this plan. He actually does think it's genius, and if it pulls off, it's fantastic. It's the right plan. But he doesn't believe that it will, because he's pretty sure that everybody's going to just start doing whatever chaos anyways. Because Garon's perspective of the group is that they are chaotic and they just do stuff. There's not a whole lot of communication. It's just not present. And that's okay. That's what everybody else is doing. That's fine.
Well, it doesn't sound like it's okay. It sounds like it's very upsetting to you.
You know, it's upsetting to Garon. I don't care. Like, it's people play the game the way they play the game. Garon's just like, I don't get it. So, yeah, but that was the whole point. It all started off with Gambit was trying to see if Garon was, like, basically lying or whatever, and that he was just trying to, like, fluff up ego or whatever it was. But that's not the case. Garon actually thinks it's a great idea. He just doesn't believe it'll work out the way that Gambit hopes. Garon, you could even go a step further if it helps. Garon hopes that he's wrong and that Gambit's right.
So Gambit, if you want to make an insight check, Garon, what do you think the DC should be for the check?
I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Garon is very, like people oriented. So does Gambit want to believe Garand, or does Gambit not want to believe Garand? If Gambit wants to believe Garand, then it's a low DC. If Gambit doesn't want to believe Garand, then I'd say it's a high DC. So, I don't know.
Gambit is confused because it feels like Garand is saying one thing and then saying something else that completely contradicts it. He's saying it's a good plan, it's a brilliant plan, but he doesn't think it's going to work. And to Gambit, that doesn't seem like it should. That seems like an oxymoron. That it's a good plan, but it's not going to work. If it was a good plan, then it would work. It has a high chance of working.
So roll
I guess
an insight check. We'll call the DC 15.
Okay. So he feels like Garand is being very sarcastic and underhanded because it sounds like he's complimenting him and then backhanding him at the same time.
You get that feeling, but you also understand the intention that Garand hopes the plan works and would like it to. He doesn't have faith that it will.
Okay. Okay. So, do we want to come up with another plan? Do we want to find a counter plan, or do we want to stick with this one? Like a specific plan of how to go in and take down the Orange Sun. Doug, do you have any ideas?
Well, I mean, we could make a spectacle of it.
Of what?
Of the, I guess, duel. If we wanted to make it like a special event, that way it's public. If there's any like underhanded stuff, it would be harder to get away with.
Yeah, well, I think what we said in the arena, so we could publicly announce it if they agree to it.
Yeah, and if they don't, then maybe perhaps we could try to communicate with.
I may have another idea. If we make it public before telling them, like we have the town crier declare our challenge, then it's public and they look like cowards if they try to refuse it.
Oh, that's a good thought. Do you think that they would fall for that bait, Doug? Do they worry about their image?
Don't all gangs? Isn't their reputation like key to them being threatening to other people?
That's a good question. I don't think Doug's ever thought about their image. DM, does the Orange Sun particularly care about their image as a mercenary group?
We'll call it history check with advantage.
History check. With advantage.
So, with that history, you would remember that yes, though Doug never necessarily cared about it, he was a lot more of the travels around type than the in-town type or at a particular base. But you do know, especially in the city-type groups or situations like this around the bases, the Orange Sun does try to keep a positive view on them, a positive light, that they are strong, but that they are fair, and that they, live to their word and live to what they are paid to do. They try to keep a general solid perception of them, to the point that you also would know that it is not uncommon for Orange Sun members to patrol the cities that they're in and to help people without asking for payment, to keep a general positive look on. They do tend to have a level of image they try to uphold, yes.
So I guess with that knowledge, then Doug is more inclined to say, okay, so if the Orange Sun kind of prides themselves on being fair and just, and I personally don't think that it's fair that I have to like check in or go from assignment to assignment if I want to eventually like leave. So what if we kind of knocked out a few birds with one stone? If we're worried that the new Orange Sun leader isn't the Orange Sun leader and is some poser, or maybe is manipulated by this other guy, what's his name, Tatsui, then I think if we maybe petition in the way of, talking about their ethics code, and that, I personally want to get out of, or I want to have my own assignment. And if the Orange Sun is fair and just, rather than putting a bounty on my head, if they will just, acknowledge what I want to do and then accept the duel rules, then we can make it a spectacle. And then if they want to uphold their image, then they must abide by it. If they don't, then it kind of sends a message of, once you're in, you can't get out. And then also, if we win, that potentially could get rid of some influence that was manipulated or deceived within the Orange Sun, and perhaps maybe the true leader will come out or will be figured out, and things go back to normal. Or if there was no influence, then I'm free either way. And worst case scenario, if it all goes bad, then I guess their terms would be that I just give up my capabilities.
Which I think it would be. I don't know. I trust you a lot, Doug. And it would be sad and hurtful, I think, to get rid of to lose your abilities. But it might also be a positive thing, just throwing it out there, that you don't have to be beholden to this cult. And I'm sure that you are stronger without those abilities than you think, and that it would be different and new, but that I would hope that you would find some freedom. I don't know, just to encourage you if you're like really worried about it, which I'm pretty confident that in a duel type setting we will win. So I wouldn't worry too much.
I think I've had plenty of time to think about like my own things and what I want to do now that I've been away from assignments. And I feel like just being able to travel and, interact with people is like more, I guess, worthwhile than all of the, assignment after assignment, not knowing or not being able to see the world for having to deal with it. So I think either way it's a win-win. Like,
yeah.
If I do lose everything, then like farewell. I guess it'll be sad to potentially not, complete what I had set out to do, but other ventures would come forward.
What have you set out to do?
Well, I mean, the whole reason why I stuck with you guys was, we were summoned and we were potentially on this like save the world kind of mission. But if I'm not able to help with that, I could help in other ways. Yeah,
for sure. I definitely think, I don't know, I'm hopeful that you won't have to leave the party. That you will still be able to do more than you think to help us save the world, with or without your Orange Sun capability powers.
Agreed. So I think the duel is the best option. And it's kind of a win-win in the fact of I I think one of the better ways to potentially come out on top without resorting to like underground tunnels and like blowing things up and harming those in training. Because I really don't feel like having to deal with all of these bounty hunters, every place we go to.
Yeah, and after we save the world, if we want to dismantle the Orange Sun, we can do that. And we'll be super strong by then, I'm sure.
That is true too.
But if we could just get to the point where they leave us alone for now.
Anybody else have thoughts?
Ron will wait until anybody else speaks, and then after it's been like a bit, then he'll say something.
Okay, John.
I've made my piece known. I think duel is a good idea.
I like the dual idea.
Because then any way it ends, it'll be settled.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other potential thing would be that's not how the story ends, and there's more like colluding and like other shenanigans that take place prior or instead of. But either way, I think it progresses, I guess, Doug's story arc in one direction or the other, as well as the party's
goals.
I just think a duel is like one of the fastest ways to figure out what happens.
It is definitely an expedited way to solve problems.
So on that note, I think we fly out of here.
No, we should stay here and then come up with the terms of the duel, and then I think we should both make an announcement and send Mr. Tedious to give a give them a specific invitation.
Oh, I see. Give him the letter to give to everyone else.
Yeah, but also have like an announcement. I don't know, maybe we can get Ashara to do something. Well, we need to ask her if she'll mediate it first. Before we challenge them to a duel, because our plan kind of hinges on her.
I mean,
I don't know.
If she won't host it, then I'm sure there are other lords or, other places to have it.
Yeah. I don't know, Gron, what do you think?
He has a look of like some sort of resignation on his face. He says, yeah, I think it's the best plan. It's the one I would like to have the most hope in. And I think the order in which it should play out would be to converse with Ashara, see if she's on board with this idea. Then to send our new acquaintance to lay down the terms for them, while simultaneously, as has been mentioned, Ashara makes a proclamation. Her town, she's the lord. She is behind it. But again, if she's not, then I think the only option at that point is to Pegasus leave and just hope that we don't get trailed, I guess.
I feel like letting everybody know in advance might lose us our edge. Well, not to mention her showing approval might be seen as her showing support, which I don't want to risk.
What do you mean?
But also, well, like her showing the support for this sort of would show like, I don't know. It might seem like her taking sides, which isn't necessarily what we want to get out of this, is it? Well,
how would her mediating a duel?
I guess she's mediating it.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't necessarily have to mediate, because I mean, if we use the arena staff can mediate.
Well, I mean, Garon said about her like declaring the duel, and her mediating it and declaring it are two different things. I don't. Really think she should be the one declaring it.
No, I think that the arena should be the one to declare it.
I think Ashara, if anything, it kind of benefits her either way, because it's like she knows that they're after her. So if we take them down, then she's like problem solved. And like if they take us down, then it still doesn't affect her.
She doesn't really care, I think, if they take her down. Is what she has demonstrated in her actions.
But I will ask, is there things or equipment that we want to buy prior?
I need bullets.
Because we have a lot of money, and I don't know if we want to buy like armor or better weapons.
Are we going to get that chance given the rather bountiful amount of bounty hunters outside?
Well, I mean, what if we give it like a few days and then we teleport, get what we need, and then come back?
Well, the whole party can't teleport, or it'll look like we're just running away. But we can send, I think, one or two of us, and to Vane to get some supplies.
Could we? I mean, that's true. I mean, we could also probably enlarge a house plant to like go in and out of without people knowing.
Well, I think we should first start with drawing up the specifics to the duel. So like when, where, we need to ask Ashara if she will let us use the arena to do it, and or if she'll help mediate to make sure that there's no funny business. And then we should do it for like a few days and just have a truce until then, and then we can walk around freely. Have them call. I mean, I guess they have a bounty up. I don't know. I guess I can't think of any other reason why there would be bounty hunters outside. Call off their hooligans, and so that we can walk around freely and have a few days prep.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what we're thinking?
I think so.
Okay.
Make sure I understand, because I imagine me and Theodoros will play a part in this. You want to get Ashar's approval, or at least agreement to mediate, with whatever terms she requires for that. Advertise at the same time you make a formal offer to the Orange Sun to put societal pressure on them to accept the offer. And have this final confrontation, this duel with whatever terms are seen, to result in either the Orange Sun leaving the party alone, or the Orange Sun getting what they want and taking away Doug's power. Is that what they're trying to do?
Excommunicating Doug, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, the matter ends settled.
Yeah.
I do wonder. Yeah, let me can make an intelligence check for his diplomacy knowledge versus what's his name? Bale. There it is. Sheet. Let's see.
I would assume his would be pretty high.
Let's have a solid intelligence, and I'm gonna say he has proficiency on account of.
Because he's a vampire doesn't mean he's smart.
No.
He's also a lord, or was-ish.
Not really, but.
Well, royalty.
Essentially, he was raised basically as a prince. Granted, a prince in a prison of his own father's making.
I can think
That's
of a lot of
besides
dumb
the point.
royalties, so
I
don't know that there's anything.
I do worry with.
But he has like training in diplomacy.
I do worry with how the previous combat was left. If they will accept the terms, is there something we could do to alleviate
More
some
punishment.
pressure and some kind of offering we can make that isn't Doug to help bring them to the table?
Doug, how do they feel about money?
I mean, I feel like they have plenty of it.
Yeah, it seems like they do if they can make that huge bounty.
It's not about the money.
Well,
I mean,
we
I
don't
will
know what the money is. The bounty
It
is.
could be the reason.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna have him roll another intelligence check.
What's that?
If the money was for something specific, there was some kind of sentiment attached to it.
Like repayment for breaking your doors? I mean, you can't really repay human life.
There's something on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite find it.
You're having a TOT?
The tongue?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, I could.
Let's see. Which of you might have some experience with bargains?
Damn it.
John and Garon could both make history checks if they wanted.
Yeah, I feel like with Garon's like wordsmithing, he'd probably be best at the letter in addition to whatever other negotiations.
Yeah.
So, Garand is not quite familiar with this type of situation, which makes sense. Not necessarily something else would have taught him well. John, with your experience in the military in general and some levels of diplomacy, paying back what was done is a method of attempting to make peace, providing recompense. And there is a spark in your mind of Gambit talking about the value of a life.
The value of a life. So, like the value of Doug's life to them, I guess. Wouldn't that?
I don't want to spell out my idea for you. That I
No,
had
you're
on
fine.
behalf of Vale. So it is up to y'all to come to the conclusion. But that's your hint toward my idea.
Of like giving them.
So they want something, or they'll obviously want something, right?
Yeah.
What?
Well, they.
Like no one wants to bet until you put your money on the table, right? So I guess we can try to shame them into this duel that they get no benefit from, or we give them their benefit up front. What do they want? They want Doug either to work for them or to not have their powers.
Well,
him not having powers is not necessarily a net positive for them.
Right? So we could just give them Doug's. Doug, hand them over. And
We could either
kill Doug.
have Doug in limbo until the duel is over, or put down some monetary amount. What do they think Doug is worth?
Oh no.
I mean, yeah, it's it sort of dumbs it down to property, but I don't know that they think of him much better than that. No offense, Doug. He's just a resource, a hitman for them, right?
Yeah, but at this point, we've done it. They're gonna want more than Doug because we've also killed people.
Okay, well, we got to start with an offer on our end, right?
They want revenge, right? So we gotta
And
give
I don't necessarily think handing over Doug is such a great idea.
Have we
Straight up.
asked Izu exactly what happened as to why he got captured and what he told them?
We did ask. He disappeared and didn't tell us anything. He was rather traumatized, apparently.
Doug just kind of looks at Izu and says, like, you want to fill us in on what happened?
You're a flutter
Is
from
Izu
the
invisible?
as if though Doug couldn't see Izu. He's been invisible basically since the moment I got him back. Hey, you sent me to go follow the guy that was watching you from the rooftop. And when I did, we went back to the compound, and as I tried to follow him, one of the others must have saw me or heard me, and they managed to grab me and stick me in a cage. They asked me questions about you all. Not that I knew or remembered things to tell them. I don't think I gave them whatever information they wanted. And eventually they just stopped and waited until you got there.
So you don't even know, like, their, I guess, intentions?
Bargaining chip. Sounds like.
I mean,
Bait.
is there any way you can unkill people?
Technically?
Yeah, but it has, like, eyes explode. What if we gave them enough money to resurrect everybody?
Do we have spare diamonds?
Yeah.
I mean, spare diamonds?
Mm-hmm.
How many people did we kill?
Yep, it killed one. Garon killed a whole bunch. Doug killed a whole bunch.
It's like Gambit killed one, Gron's like Garon killed like 5 or 7.
I think Doug only got one.
Really? So, how much is that? A whole bunch of money. Good thing we have a whole bunch of money. How much is one resurrection spell? How much is one
It's a diamond.
100 gold diamond? It has to cost a certain amount.
Micah?
It depends entirely on what spell. For the minimum capable spell at this point, there are 2 main options, being because the time has certainly passed for Revivify, which is 300 gold pieces worth of diamond.
Oh.
The other options are... Oh, that's it. 2 5th level spells, one of which is only known to druids, which is Reincarnate, which does not use diamonds but use rare oils and other ingredients worth 1,000. And then Raise Dead, which can be done up to 7 days after and costs 500 gold diamonds.
That's
not resurrection?
To resurrect, yeah.
Okay.
The other Raise
500
Dead spell.
gold?
500 gold per individual.
Okay.
I feel like that would be a steep price for us to pay at the moment.
It would be a steep price to pay, but we got to pay a steep price to lose.
I mean, to be fair, like 5 maybe of those 7 were like in training, so they hadn't even like accrued any like value within the ranks. So
We get a discount. Nice.
like we may have only disrupted like maybe 2 mercenary groups because we only dealt with 2 of the the leaders.
What do you mean?
Like 2 of the, I guess, people in charge of leading a mercenary group, the ones with the chains.
So you're saying only pay for them?
I mean, I feel like either we repay like whatever mission they were signed on or we're going to be tasked, or maybe we just do a couple of jobs potentially.
I don't know that I want to do any.
Yeah.
Even if we do lose, do any work for them.
I think they're gonna be upset that Doug has betrayed them, and they're gonna be upset that we killed some of them, right? So how do we make up for that? We offer no, this is just worst case scenario if we lose. And it has to be worst case scenario or they won't accept the deal. It's gonna hurt. But it'll be better than all of us dying in their compound. So we need to give them agree to let Doug be excommunicated and pay for the resurrections. And that will undo that is at least a somewhat comparable amount to the damage that we've caused, and would
Or counter offer, what if we offer to resurrect them regardless as a sign of good faith, and then see if they release the bounty without a duel?
Why don't we find out what the bounty is and see if we can just pay it?
Can Gambit
Because that's obviously what they think it's worth.
Bounty board?
What was that, Gambit?
Can Gambit sneak to the nearest bounty board?
How will you attempt to get out of the building without being seen?
Oh, I thought he was already out.
John's gonna sneak to the nearest bounty board.
How is John going to get out of the building without being seen?
John's gonna go invisible.
Okay, that works.
Let's see. I do want to check. I really want to recall whether or not you can move on invisible or out of view.
What? Out of view, I can't. I've been doing it this whole time.
That's what I've assumed. I like to double check.
And you could use a bonus action.
You move slowly because you have
multiple turns. I would expect to be able to.
Yeah, but you could turn invisible.
How long does the invisibility last?
It lasts
as many turns as I roll for.
So he technically a little longer than that, because out of view
Can
you
cast
expend
it
an
on
HP.
other people?
He can use an action to maintain it. He cannot use it on anyone else.
Dang it.
So
Invisible Gambit would be unstoppable.
So you could theoretically, as long as you continue to maintain basically active concentration on it using an action, it's out of view fifth level. You can maintain it with only expending 1 HD, or you can expend multiple HD to have a guaranteed time frame that you can use other actions during.
How close would the nearest bounty board be?
Make a perception check to see if you noticed one.
Perception.
Gambit gives him advantage because he's also looking. Never mind, Gambit just looks himself.
I mean, Gambit would have kept an eye out, so if you're trying to remember where they are, then Gambit. I mean, both of you would have a vague idea that, especially, for things being seen by people, there is actually one connected to the Colosseum, which is across the street. Granted, not from the wall or side that you're on, but the Colosseum is close by, and so it's probably a couple 100-foot walk to the bounty board.
Okay. Let me.
These bounty boards are typically put in places with lots of foot traffic. In a Colosseum, in a battle city, that'll do it.
Let me roll for my invisibility.
About to say we could have Isu look, but that didn't go well last time, so we're not going to do that.
3 rounds. Okay.
And that gets me, what, 90 feet? You said it's a couple 100 feet away?
Yeah.
Guess I'll roll it again.
So, just so you see it, do make sure you read the whole ability.
Oh. Number of rounds able to roll your hit die. Visibility ends early if you make an attack or cast a spell. Use an action to extend the number of turns you remain invisible by the number of turns equal to your proficiency bonus.
You can maintain it without expending more HD.
Oh, okay.
As long as you are actively maintaining it as time goes on.
Okay, well then I will just maintain it then. That's how it works.
Yeah. So walking up, you make your way to the bounty board. And you do see freshly put on is 5 bounties, 1 for each of you. Each of the main 5. You do not see one for bail. Each one is listed separately, dead or alive, 5,000 gold pieces.
Oh, it's not insane, but also way more than we have on us.
Actually, I think you might have just barely enough to pay it.
Yeah.
But that's like cumulative group, and it leaves you with a couple thousand left. Just because in the party sheet, or in the party fund, you have about 22,000, I think. 23.
Gotcha. Alright, well, I will head back in then.
You make a stealth check, just to make sure you can get in and out of the doors themselves without being noticed. Because even though you are invisible, you are not non-existent.
I am going to hero point that one. Definitely needed the hero
pretty
point.
Confident in it. People moved and shifted a bit when you went back inside, but no one stopped you.
Wait. So, I have good news and bad news. Good news is, they don't want bail. Bad news is, it's $5,000 a piece. And it's dead or alive.
So we're better off just resurrecting the people then?
If that's less than $5,000 a piece, then maybe. I mean, we never know till we ask. They can always counter our offer if they accept a duel.
If they can't afford to resurrect their own people, then if they can't hold on. If they can't afford to put up a bounty like that, can't they afford to resurrect their own people?
Yeah, but the point wouldn't the point be to actually make right a wrong, not necessarily be about the money?
Yeah, I guess so. We can try doing that, and we'll see. I mean, they can negotiate. So let's do the low ball and see what they negotiate to. Doug, do they normally resurrect people?
No.
Why not?
That I know of.
If they can afford it.
But resurrecting people isn't necessarily common practice.
Oh.
Especially in the field, you would know it is hard to do. So, like, for example, the squadrons that tend to go out on adventures, which is, as Doug would know, led by a chain hunter with 2 to 4 sentinels. Oftentimes, they don't have the resources in the field to raise someone within the time limit, because it is a thin 10 days before the person is no longer able to be raised by that spell, and it gets exponentially more expensive.
So we need to make the time.
Doug knows that when
before 10
available,
days.
especially for higher ups like chain hunters, when available, they will bring them back.
Okay.
But there, I mean, just due to sheer impossibility in timeline, it's not often the case, especially for the groups that are going out and doing the adventuring.
But we're not doing that, so they can't. And we could make the time limit within. We can say maybe 3 days. Make the duel for 3 days.
Yeah, so what if we first send out a letter, just stating, if taking Izu was not some malicious plan and it was all a misunderstanding, then, we will, just help resurrect, the people that were killed in the crossfire. However, if that's not to your satisfaction, then we can just make a duel out of it, on these terms. And, if it is acceptable, then, you take the bounties off. If it isn't acceptable and you want more, then, if we win, I go free, you remove everything, don't interfere again, and then if we lose, then you can just do what you want with me, if that's what you're wanting.
Sure. So you're saying start without and just saying, be like, look, we got out of hand. Well, we gotta remember, before Izu, they told us to stay in the city, and we lied to them and said that we're gonna stay in the city, and then we left, right?
True.
So even before Izu got captured, and then they captured Izu, they sent someone to spy on us. We sent someone to spy on them back. They captured the person that we sent to spy on them. So it's just been a whole bunch of escalations.
Well, I mean,
what was the choice given to Doug that we left because of?
Well, it was either deal with the Shara,
Yeah.
or get excommunicated.
Yes.
Basically.
And we said we would deal with Oshara, and then we left.
There was one other option, albeit he doesn't consider it an option, to leave the group and join back with the Orange Sun.
Oh, yeah. No. Not an option.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
technically,
if you really want to, it's Doug's choice, but we wouldn't let you do it easy.
So yeah, we could still talk it up to it potentially being a miscommunication, because we were going to leave the city anyway in attempts to rescue our friend Belle here, and then return within that time frame to consider the options. So I still think it works.
So you're saying we can say that we left the city to go free Bale?
I mean, we don't have to, just state why. We could just say, according to your terms, these were the 3 options. Me not wanting to leave the group was out, so it's either one of these 2. we've decided that in the meantime, since they were both going to take time anyway, then we did this little side mission, rescue Belle. We were coming back because we had planned to anyway. However, now we've decided not to do either of the two. If you want Ashara removed, you would have to do that yourselves.
Don't know if that will work because I remember the specific plan was for us to basically work in the arena and get really strong.
Well, I think we were using the arena as a, hey, let's pretend we're doing this and then we're going to leave.
Oh. Well, I thought that's what he asked us to do, was to climb the ranks of the arena and overthrow her.
Well, he was just saying, to gain prestige. No, he was saying, like, take out Ashara.
Yeah.
But we had the idea of, well, let's gain prestige and, like, have them think that we're, doing all of this.
Yeah, okay. So you think we should try to negotiate before saying the duel?
I mean, yeah, because we can just kind of chalk it up if capturing Izu was not a plan to, if it was not malicious and it was just, oh, like someone spying on us, let's figure out why, then we can just let bygones be bygones. But if they're not satisfied with, like, letting us go, then we can escalate it to a duel. But yeah, I guess saying given that, because you said it was 1,000 per resurrected person?
Right.
You're asking me 500.
500 gold?
Yep.
Oh, then yeah, that's a lot cheaper. So, like, what if we offer just 2,500 for the 5 people, or the 35 for the 7, if that's what it was? I don't remember it being 7, but could be. And then, if they're not okay with that, then we just have the duel.
Okay, I agree.
Or what if we just do the 7 immediately, because we know it's time pressing, and then
as like a down payment of goodwill.
And at least the members within Orange Sun won't be so mad at us.
Yeah. I like that.
So yeah.
So, to be clear, the letter that is being delivered includes 3,500 gold, specifically for resurrection.
Can we roll to know for sure how many we hit? We killed.
I honestly don't even think it was 7.
History.
Remembering.
Haha. Wait. Wait a second. Hold on. History, investigation. No, it was religion. Ha 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 ha. Religion is a grim rolls mostly, right? Ripperoni.
Religion is largely has to do with gods, deities, and grim.
Grim. Yeah.
So though Doug and Gambit wouldn't know, Garand, you would recall 12 bodies by the end.
Well. Okay.
All right, he'll speak up quietly and say, I think we actually got 12 of them. So if you really want to do that, that's 600. No, 6,000. Yeah, 6,000. That's the one. Yep.
Yeah.
6K.
I mean, that's still a lot cheaper than the
Yeah.
bounty
So
option.
you're saying okay, so let's see. Which one do we want to do? Do we want to just be like, hey, here's 6,000 gold to resurrect your buddies that we killed. Let's just call it even. Like this has gone out of hand. Let's just call it even. And if you don't like this, then let's duel. Is that what we're doing? Wait, I forgot what the other option was.
I mean, well, we also haven't dealt with the initial thing of removing Ashara from power.
Oh yeah. We did lie.
So I think we should do that to not have a negative, so people don't think bad of us.
Yeah.
And then by doing that, and then potentially offering and negotiating, it'll make the Orange Sun look bad because we admitted, oh, this was a miscommunication. Here's, let's resurrect everybody. And then if they kind of like slap that, like let's just say they don't take that too well, or they make light of it, then it kind of makes them look bad.
Yeah.
Wait, so we are going to take down Ashara?
No,
No.
Oh, I was confused.
I'm just saying that by resurrecting them, then it makes us look like it was a misunderstanding. But then if the Orange Sun won't let that go, then to everyone else, they're like, what's going on? Like they, admitted it was a misunderstanding, they resurrected everybody, no harm, no foul. So then it'll make the Orange Sun look bad if they don't at least acknowledge our treaty. And then we can propose the duel if they want to continue in that, either get rid of Ashara, go back to the mercenary group, or get excommunicated.
Sure. I think that's a good plan.
Let me write this down because it's starting to get confusing.
It is starting to get confusing. I think
Take notes.
We've repeated the same plan, very slightly changed, like 5 or 6 different times. But I think what you just said, Doug, was the right one.
So we're going to offer them to resurrect the people. If they don't take that, we duel. Is that what I'm getting?
I think we should resurrect regardless.
That's what I mean.
Resurrect regardless, and then say, hey, like, get rid of our bounty, let us go.
Okay, here's the money to resurrect. It was a misunderstanding. Take the bounty off. If you don't agree to these terms, then let's duel. And here's the okay. Yes, I agree.
What's the reward if they win the duel? Because obviously we're not dealing to the death.
Yeah. And the reward for us for winning the duel is they leave us and Doug alone until we and also we live until we leave them. As long as words. They leave us and Doug alone for as long as we leave them and their own alone.
Perpetual truce. Okay. Wait, so if we lose, they just excommunicate Doug and that's it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll accept that.
But we've already paid
Well, I
to
mean-
have their people resurrected. Let's just do this, and then we don't know what they want. But I think
That's
this
true.
should be our
They can
first
cap
offer,
it.
and they can negotiate with if they want more.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay,
I think
cool.
this is a fair first offer. What do you think, Doug?
Yeah, so I say let's send Werebore with a letter saying, hey, present your 12 people, at here, or I guess here's the money, send your 12 people to be resurrected. And then, reply back.
And
If
take
this
off our
is enough.
bounties? Yeah.
Yeah, and then with everything else, is this enough, or should we do this? Or what do you want?
Yeah, I think that's what you say. Thicket and Grund, y'all are better at writing stuff. Formulating letters and contracts.
After a few moments of Thicket not responding, Garan will say, keeping it simple is probably the best. So here's some money to resurrect your fallen. We want to resolve this one way or another. If you wish to communicate further, you can. But we offer the opportunity to take from Doug what you originally wanted, or to leave him and us alone henceforth. I.e., you prove your might in a gladiatorial combat, and Doug submits to what you wanted to do in the first place. Or we prove ourselves the victor, and you realize that it's a destructive future to go down that road. We await your reply. Something along those lines.
Hold on. Gambit's actually giving it a go. Give me a second.
Defense effects +4. Let's go.
Wait, I did it?
I think you did it.
Yes!
I'm proud of you. I was worried there for a bit. It was going to get to the end of the night, and you were just going to say, Micah, can you fix this between next session and now? And now it looks like you got all the way to the end of that one.
Only took the whole session.
I do think you completely pasted over the Gift of the Metallic Dragon with a different spell.
I did. I had to, cheese it with,
Get the effect
trying
to work.
to trick Fantasy Grounds into thinking it was a concentration spell. And also cure wounds. But now that it's got the effects on it, I hopefully should be able to edit all the information without it messing anything up now.
And I may want to add a small effect to the end of that it only applies to one roll, if I recall correctly, because I don't remember whether or not it persists or how long the effect persists, or if it's only against one attack.
It says grants a bonus to the target's AC equal to your proficiency bonus against that attack roll, potentially causing it to miss.
Okay.
It also says you can use this reaction a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. But I'm assuming from the wording that it's just per one attack, and that uses up my reaction for that whole round.
I think so. That's what it seems like. And I can pull up Gift of the Metallic Dragon just to check. looks like Gambit is writing a true version of the letter, essentially. Fantastic. I had to pull up the 5e effects for advanced automation, and then I found that proficiency it shouldn't have the O in it. I was like, wait a second, that might be your deal here. Against that attack roll, so it is against one attack, but still. So I'll leave up the effects page and see if I can figure out how to get it to only last one effect. Yeah, great job. I figured I could probably do it, but you did it. Whole thing. That's the work. Took a second. The effects get real complicated. Some of the stuff that I've managed to swing with the effects, I think is fairly solid. But no, once you get there, once you understand and can use the effects dictionary they basically have, you can do quite a lot. You can make a whole bunch of things happen. The entirety of Doug's rage is in one effect because of the colon or semicolon capabilities. Okay, well, she is writing the official version of that. I do want to go ahead and do two things. The first is to check that I make sure that I understand, which is some amount of gold. Is it still 3,500, or did you swap it to a specific different amount?
It's 6,000 gold.
Are we gonna go full all 12 people 6K?
Yes.
Okay. You want them to take the bounty off, and if they cannot accept peace at that point and just let it all go, then you want to duel to see if that gets excommunicated or not.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, while you understand that, and Jocelyn gets to writing, I think we're going to go ahead and end the official session for the moment, and we will get back with Gambit having written up his letter to go with. But I want to say thanks to anyone who watched. I guess on YouTube because we're not streaming actively anymore. But appreciate it if you came. Hope to see you next week, and have a lovely night. Adios.
Wait.
Oh,
You should read it out.
Okay.
First, before
Hey, this has gotten out of hand. Here is enough gold to resurrect your dudes. Fair enough. If this isn't enough to call off your bounties and leave us alone henceforth, let's duel. If you win, Doug will let you excommunicate him. If we win, you leave Doug and us alone for as long as we leave you alone, which will be a long time because we don't really like you guys. P.S. Sorry for killing your guys. We thought you were torturing our friend. Okay, very good. There are a couple of textual errors that I would fix, but that's, the content is well written. It is simply a dyslexia effect that they're textual errors.
Also, bold of you to assume that Gambit has a good enough education to spell perfectly.
That's actually true. It would be more accurate for Gambit to have some incorrect spellings. Yeah, I don't imagine there were that many writing classes in child prison.
Yeah. It's like he was a minor raised in the mines to be a minor.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We appreciate you, stream side. See you next time. Adios.